parable of the Good Samaritan, found in the Gospel of Luke in the New Testament, is a quintessential tale that conveys the profound lesson of compassion and unconditional help towards others, regardless of their background or circumstances. In this parable, a traveler is beaten, robbed, and left for dead on the side of the road. Several individuals, including a priest and a Levite, pass by without offering assistance. It is the Samaritan, a figure often considered an unlikely ally due to cultural and religious animosities between Jews and Samaritans at the time, who stops to provide care and support. This act of generosity and kindness transcends societal boundaries and showcases the importance of helping those in need. The significance of the Good Samaritan parable lies in its enduring message that teaches the essence of kindness and empathy towards others, as well as challenging societal norms and prejudices. It calls upon individuals to show mercy and compassion indiscriminately, urging them to view everyone as their neighbors. This narrative has influenced countless charitable acts and humanitarian efforts, underpinning movements that promote social justice and community aid. Real-world applications of this parable can be seen in various humanitarian and community service initiatives. For instance, many charities and nonprofit organizations, such as the Red Cross and Doctors Without Borders, embody the Samaritan spirit by providing aid to anyone in need, irrespective of their nationality, religion, or background. Another example is the concept of paying it forward, where acts of kindness, such as buying a meal for someone in need or volunteering time at a homeless shelter, create a ripple effect that encourages more kindness in society. Supporters of this idea argue that fostering such attitudes and behaviors contributes to a more just and compassionate world, emphasizing that empathy is foundational to human connection. On the other hand, challenges arise from deeply ingrained biases and socio-political tensions that can deter individuals from reaching out across perceived divides. Some may argue that systemic issues require more than individual acts of kindness and call for structural changes to address root causes of injustice and inequality. This concept influences other aspects of the main topic by framing kindness and helping others as not only moral imperatives, but as essential components for building inclusive and supportive communities. It prompts critical reflection on how societal structures and personal attitudes can either hinder or promote a compassionate approach to others, thus offering a powerful lens through which to explore broader themes of ethics and morality in today's world. The parable of the Good Samaritan, found in the Gospel of Luke, serves as a profound teaching on kindness and helping others. To fully appreciate its message, it's essential to understand the historical and cultural context in which it was told. During the time of Jesus, Jewish and Samaritan relations were severely strained due to long-standing historical and religious conflicts. Samaritans were considered heretics by the Jews, who viewed themselves as the pure descendants of the Israelites. Samaritans, although sharing some beliefs with Judaism, held different views and worshipped at a different temple. This enmity meant that any interactions between the two communities were fraught with distrust and hostility. The significance of this parable lies in its challenge to societal norms. By making a Samaritan the hero of the tale, Jesus subverted expectations. This deliberate choice emphasized that kindness transcends boundaries of ethnicity, religion, and social status. It reinforces that compassion should be universal, not confined to those who are similar or familiar to us. To illustrate this concept, consider modern-day humanitarian efforts. Organizations like Doctors Without Borders operate in conflict zones, often serving people on all sides regardless of their affiliations. Their mission echoes the parable's message of indiscriminate compassion. Another example is the global response to natural disasters, such as when countries come together to aid victims, regardless of political alliances, underscoring a collective human responsibility to help those in need. While many support the parable's message of unconditional kindness, challenges and controversies arise around the practical application of these ideals. Some argue that prioritizing help for those within one's community or country is pragmatic, given limited resources. Others worry about the potential for assistance to be exploited or abused in complex situations. Nonetheless, these challenges highlight important discussions about the balance between kindness and practicality. In this context, the parable encourages introspection and action, urging individuals to consider how cultural prejudices might blind them to opportunities for kindness. It connects to the broader theme of teaching the importance of kindness by demonstrating that true compassion requires breaking through preconceived barriers. In the grand tapestry of human relations, this parable teaches that our differences should not deter us from acting as neighbors, caring for one another, and recognizing our shared humanity. Analyzing the key characters and their roles in the parable of the Good Samaritan is fundamental to understanding the story's message of kindness and helping others. The parable introduces us to several characters: the traveler who is attacked by robbers, the priest, the Levite, and the Samaritan. Each character serves a crucial purpose, emphasizing diverse attitudes and social norms regarding compassion and aid. The traveler, left beaten and half dead, symbolizes the vulnerability and unpredictability of human life, highlighting how anyone can find themselves in need of help. The priest and the Levite, figures of religious prestige, pass by without assisting the injured man, illustrating the often contradictory nature of societal expectations and personal morality. Their actions challenge the assumption that those who are perceived as pious are inherently compassionate. The Samaritan, seen as an outsider and often held in contempt by Jewish society, becomes the unexpected hero of the tale. By assisting the wounded man, he subverts societal prejudices and demonstrates that kindness transcends cultural and religious boundaries. His actions underscore the core message that true neighborliness is defined by love and action, not proximity or shared identity. The significance of analyzing these characters lies in the parable's capacity to teach universal values. It challenges listeners to evaluate their own prejudices and priorities, encouraging them to act with compassion, irrespective of societal divisions. In today's context, this message can be applied in real-world scenarios, such as interfaith cooperation and cross-cultural community building. For instance, volunteer organizations comprising diverse members, DAEs, often work together in disaster relief efforts, reflecting the Samaritan's example of helping beyond one's community. Another example is workplace inclusivity initiatives, where individuals who might not share cultural or personal backgrounds come together to support a positive working environment, echoing the Samaritan's unexpected empathy and support. There are, however, challenges and alternative perspectives. Some might argue that the parable's simplicity overlooks systemic issues that prevent individuals from offering help, such as personal safety concerns or institutional pressures. Additionally, the focus on individual acts of kindness can sometimes obscure the need for systemic change to address broader societal inequalities. Ultimately, analyzing these characters and their roles enriches the broader discussion of the importance of kindness and helping others. It connects deeply with the core theme by illustrating that true compassion requires courage and action, challenging audiences to consider how they can embody these values in their own lives. The concept of moral lessons on kindness and compassion, as drawn from the parable of the Good Samaritan, revolves around the intrinsic value of showing care and benevolence towards others, regardless of their background or status. Kindness refers to the act of being generous and considerate, while compassion involves an empathetic response to the suffering of others, stirring a desire to help. Together, these virtues underscore the fundamental ethical principle: treating others with love and respect as one would wish to be treated themselves. In connection to the parable of the Good Samaritan, this principle gains profound significance. The parable tells the story of a traveler who is beaten and left for dead, ignored by those who might have been expected to help. Instead, assistance comes from a Samaritan, a member of a group despised by the injured man's community. The Samaritans' actions exemplify pure kindness and compassion, illustrating that humanity should transcend societal divisions and prejudices. In real-world applications, the essence of this parable is evident in acts of humanitarian aid and social services. The volunteers who work tirelessly to provide relief in disaster-stricken areas embody these virtues, offering help without consideration for personal differences. Similarly, initiatives that promote inclusivity and diversity within communities reflect the parable's call to extend kindness beyond cultural or social barriers. Several opinions support the idea that kindness has profound effects not only on recipients but also benefactors. Studies show that performing acts of kindness improves mental health and fosters a sense of belonging and an antidote to modern-day isolation. However, challenges to this notion often arise in the form of societal norms and biases. The tendency to help only those within one's community can limit the practice of universal kindness. Moreover, individuals might struggle with the discomfort of confronting prejudices and opening themselves to unfamiliar perspectives. Despite these challenges, the moral lessons on kindness and compassion reinforce the overarching theme of the importance of helping others. By embracing these virtues, individuals can influence social norms, thereby fostering more compassionate communities. This, in turn, inspires a culture where benevolence becomes a common practice rather than an exception.
Thanks for watching. For more fun videos, don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe. See you next time.